Seattle, Washington.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The Seahawks send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Joe Mixon.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
30-yard line. A gain of 4.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Arizona.
Shotgun now for Murray. They'll find Everett there, complete. Not much there, only a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
His throw incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing again, Murray.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10.
22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike, ready, go. Get him.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 down at the 33. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jeremy Chin, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for David Moore. Incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. From the gun, Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
The Cardinals first down.
From the gun, Murray. Hopkins on the grab over the middle.
Murray's pass.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
DeAndre Hopkins. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, they'll throw with Murray.
5-yard line.
Flushed out right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We're scoreless after 1. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Down at the 37-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Murray now to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Murray now on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
To number 82.
From 8 yards out, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. A 10-play drive that time. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the trainers take a look, will step aside. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly.
The pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
They'll run here with Dobbins.
48-yard line.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 43-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by
Jeremy Chin there defensively.
Gain on the play. Second and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
3rd and 8.
And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 20-yard line.
They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Gun. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody. And that led to an incompletion.
Kick is good. Makes the score Cardinals 7. Seahawks 3.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
First and 10 at their own 20.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They were losers last week to Carolina, but they've got the lead here as they begin this drive first and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 34-yard line.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Ball carrier.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, If you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul-searching now. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the and that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the gun, Murray. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Joe Mixon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Rams who are out in front as those teams approach halftime. Cooper Kupp, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. Jared Goff, strong in the victory, as his guys looked better than a team that had won just one game coming in. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were losers in that one to the visiting LA Chargers. 31-21, the final score. In the game you're watching, it was the former number 1 overall selection, Kyler Murray, who put on an absolute show. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
operating from the gun. Murray, a little short pass. This is Everett, and that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I don't care what sport you're playing, everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Murray to air it out again. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And it's 21-3. That time a 6-play drive. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, first down. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Byron Murphy on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense.
How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See who can drive the bus here again on this drive. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Here's Murray from midfield. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun now for Murray. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, a give to Mixon. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 23. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And the Cardinals first down.
First down, Murray. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Brings up second and 2.
From the gun, Murray. That's complete, right around the 8. And the Cardinals are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the gun, Murray. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Intercepted.
So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off at the 36, and they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Butker on for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. First and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 47-yard line.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
11 more yards. And that's good for another.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And McCoy loses the football. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
The football going back over to Arizona now. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Mixon with a first down carry. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defensive. Now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Joe Mixon.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Complete to John Ross. A 4-yard pickup.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
7-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Down right around the 25.
Again, the ball carrier.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Operating from the gun. Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
55, come on, guys, 55. Pick it up, guys, pick it up.
Murray's going to keep it on the option.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Murray. This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet
when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Today's final score.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Cards, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.